In this video, I'm going to show you how to do homework 1. Obviously, there are not going to be any videos on how to do the rest of the homeworks, but this is just one to get you started. So the first thing I have here is a screenshot of what the final output will look like. And this is just a screenshot to kind of give you an idea. It's not designed to be pixel perfect or anything like that. As long as your page looks something like the screenshot, you'll be fine. And I even make a note here about that. So, again, it's just for a reference to kind of give you an end game. So step number 1 here says watch the following videos and make sure we read your lessons and this and that. So we're going to start basically on step 2 here. Log into FileZilla. So if I come over here to FileZilla, I'm going to go ahead and log in and go space.wccnet.edu, username, my password. Again, like I've said in the other videos, this is your watch now username and password. I'm going to click Quick Connect, and it looks like I'm in, because there it just shows I got something in my server. And then it says create a public _HTML folder at your root. Well, I already have one of those, so I don't need to create that again. So that's sitting right there. And I have this courses folder, and like I said in the other videos, you don't need to worry about that. You're not going to have one. You don't need to create one. That's for me. So this is my public _HTML folder. And it says create a web110 folder within your public _HTML folder. Okay, so all I got to do is just click on this to make sure I have it, and click directory, and just do web 110, just like that. And when I do that, you can see now I have my web 110 folder created. And I come in here and I create a homeworks folder within your web 110 folder. So if I double click on this, and I click once just to highlight it, right click into this area, create directory, and I write homeworks, just like that. And that created my homeworks directory within my web 110 directory. So I've done those steps. And then it says on your desktop create a folder named homework1. Okay, so I don't really need my FileZilla anymore until of course the end when I finally upload that, and I've shown you how to do that in the homework submission video. So I don't really need FileZilla anymore. So basically I can quit FileZilla, and it says on the desktop create that homework1 folder. So for a Mac, you just right click, new folder, and homework1. A PC is very similar to this, so it's pretty much just a right click and create folder. It's just it might be a little bit lower on the window, it pops up or something, but basically that's it. So there's my homework1 folder right there. So I've got that. Open your text editor. It'll be either Text Wrangler or Notepad++, or you can use another text editor. You just can't use Dreamweaver. Basically, you can use whatever text editor you want, as long as it's not a what you see, what you get type editor. Okay, so I'm going to use Sublime. All right, so I come up here and I click on Sublime Text 2. Now this is obviously going to look a little different than maybe your editor. It doesn't matter. Most of the functions are exactly the same. You just need to find out where these things are located. I expect you, as a student, that whatever editor you decide to use, you need to take some time to make sure you're familiar with it. Okay, that's part of the course. So, you got to take some time to learn how the editor works, and I expect you at this level to be able to do that. All right, so as soon as I open up Sublime Text 2, it actually starts me off with a new file. Okay, so it pretty much said, open your text editor to create a new file. So I've got my file sitting here ready to go. And then it says, open the template page in the course website. Copy and paste the code located in the code in the gray area to your text editor. And I underline template page. Well, that, of course, is a link. So when I click there, I go to my template page. And basically it just says, copy and paste this information right here. Don't worry about the CSS information, just that information. So I come here and I paste it. And so I'm all set up with this. The only thing I need to do is just take this away right here. Okay, so I've done that. All right, so we'll go back, and that was step 9. And it says change the part that says content goes here to the following. And it pretty much goes from this P to this P right here. So everything that's in italicized, including the P's. Okay, I talk about right there. Talk about it right here. Okay, I tell you exactly what to do. So we're just going to copy that. And you see where it says content goes here? I just highlight that whole line right here, and I paste the text over top of it. So it's going to look like that. Your editor might look a little different, but for the most part it's going to look like that. Okay? And then it says save that file as index.html and place it within your homework1 folder. Okay? So all I need to do is come up here and go File, Save, and go to my homework1 folder, which is on my desktop, and then homework1 is right here. And save as, I'm going to put it right here as index.html. Now again, your editor might be a little different, so I expect you to take the time to get used to how your editor would do this. And then I just hit save. Okay? And I'm going to minimize this for a minute. This is my homework1 folder. If I open it up, there's my index.html page right there. So looks like everything's all set with that. So I can close that. And I have my Sublime. So I know I've saved my file. Everything's looking good. Okay? And then it basically says upload your homework1 folder and its contents to the space server. Make sure to place the homework1 folder into your homeworks folder. Okay? So I'm going to do that real quick. So I have this right here, and this is also covered in the other video, but we'll just do it again. So I'm going to basically just close this because I have the file here, and I'm going to open up FileZilla again. And if I get any of these messages about install a new version, I'm just going to ignore those. And I'm going to again log back in, space.wccnet.edu, my Washtenaw username, my Washtenaw password, port 22, click Quick Connect. Click OK if this comes up, and there's my public, and there's my Web 110, and there's my homeworks. And basically it says is to upload it. Okay, upload your homework1 folder and all its contents to the space server. Okay, make sure to place the homework1 folder into your homeworks folder. No problem. So I want to come here and I want to find where my where my folder is, and I know it's on my desktop, and it's under homework1. That's actually, it's not under homework1, it is homework1. So I come here and I just drag this right into homeworks. And it's going to transfer it, and then once it's done, I can double click on homeworks, and there's my homework1. So everything's good with that. So it's up there. If I double click on homework1, I can see there's my index page. I want you to look. You can see the structure. Web 110 has homeworks, has homework1, and there's the index page. So I should be done with that. Should be able to close that out. Okay, so we come over here and it says make sure your index page validates using the HTML validator. So I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to write open link in new tab. Okay, and so this is going to be my validator. But where is my homework located? Well, I'm going to open another tab up here, and this is really easy. First, it's going to be located on the space server. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go / tilde, and you can see it's already bringing some stuff up for me, but that's just because it's already been searched. And then I have F-Shaper, my username. Obviously, you do your username. You're going to go Web 110, and then you're going to go Homeworks and Homework 1. If you've done everything correctly, that's the file you're going to get right there. Okay, so to test this in the validator, we just copy it, we paste it in here, and we check it. And you can see that it's checked. It's green. The one warning, don't worry about that. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So everything works. We've tested everything. Everything works. Good. So we validated our page. We also found out how to get our page on the server. And then basically we just get into doing the homework submission instructions, which I have in a separate video. So that's all there is to creating homework 1.